Good day, my wonderful children. How are you doing? Remember, Madam loves you. Good of you. The subject we have today is English language. And the topic is direct and indirect speech. At the end of the lesson, each of the pupils should be able to identify what direct speech and indirect speech are, say spoken words of speaker in direct speech, say spoken words of speaker in indirect speech, observe basic rules for converting direct speech into indirect speech. English language has two ways to narrate the spoken words of a person. These two ways are direct speech and indirect speech. These two ways are usually used to convey, to report, to say a message. That is the spoken words of one person to another person. Direct speech. In direct speech, the words of the speaker are repeated exactly as it was, using inverted commas or quotation marks. There is always a comma accent that introduces the spoken words. Example, he said, comma, he said, comma, then open your quotation marks, I am going to school, full stop, then close the quotation mark. Let's look at this sentence. She too says, I like sandwiches. She too says, in this sentence, we have what is called reported speech. Reported speech and reporting verb. We have reporting verb and reported speech. The reporting verb is can either be in present tense, past tense, future tense, and any form of tense. And we have the reported speech. The reported speech is exact words, the exact words of the person or the speaker. We said in English language there are two ways to convey the spoken words of the person. Now, the spoken words of that person in direct speech is always enclosed in quotation marks after comma. Now, in indirect speech is used to report what someone may have said. It is also known as reported speech, only that the difference between reported speech and indirect speech is in indirect speech, you don't utter any word. You say it exactly as the speaker has said it. Okay? Now, let's look at this example. In direct speech, you have, she said, I am watching a movie. An example is a father has sent you to go and call on his daughter. And on getting to the daughter said, I am watching a film. Daddy should just leave me, I'm watching a film. And you want to go and convey, you want to go and say the exact thing that that person has said to her father. Then on getting there, you say, she said, I am watching a film. Or, remember we said there are two ways to convey message of a person, the spoken words of this person, okay? So it's either you say it as the person has said it in direct speech, or you say it in indirect speech, saying she said that she was watching a movie. Now let's look at the basic rules. The basic rules for converting direct speech into indirect speech. Basic rules. The first rule, words of the speaker, that is the reported speech. Remember I said we have two parts in a sentence or a statement. We have the reporting verb and the reported speech. Okay? So now the reporting speech, that's the exact words of the speaker, are not enclosed in inverted commas or quotation marks in indirect speech. Number 2, usage of the conjunction that is always used between reporting verb and reported speech in indirect speech. The third rule, a change is made in tense of the reported speech for changing a direct speech into indirect speech if the reporting verb of the direct speech belongs to the past tense. Example, in direct speech, you have the statement as, she said, I am watching a movie. If you are to convert this statement or this sentence to indirect speech, you have it as, she said that. She said that. Why? Because the reporting verb is in past tense. The reporting verb is said. A verb is an action word. I want to believe you remember that. We have learned that in second term in one of our classes. In one of our lessons, we have learned a verb as an action word. Now, the reporting verb here is said and is in past tense. If the reporting verb is in past tense, the verb in the reported speech. Please remember that I said a sentence can have a reporting verb and a reported speech. Good. The verb in the reported speech will also change to past tense if you are changing from direct to indirect speech. Now look at the indirect speech of the statement above. We have, she said that she was harmed. That is a verb here. Will change to was. She said that she was watching a movie. She said that she was watching a movie. That's if the reporting verb is in past tense. But if the reporting verb is either in present tense or future tense, if the reporting verb is either in present tense or future tense, no change will be made in the reported speech for making indirect speech. Example, he says is in present tense. He says. Now, the verb in the reported speech, which is once, will remain as it is because of the reporting verb. He says that he wants to buy that book, the time. You consider the time as well. It's one of the rules. We will get there. That book, because the book is not longer at your presence. So you make use of that book. Okay? Now, the fourth rule, change in pronoun. The pronoun of the reported speech is sometimes changed according to the pronoun of the reporting verb. The pronoun of the reporting verb in this example is he. That's the pronoun. Pronoun is the word used instead of a noun. Good. So we have he said. He there is a pronoun in the reporting verb. And the pronoun in the reporting speech is this I. Now there will be a change in the verb, in the pronoun of the reported speech, which will take the place of the pronoun in the reporting verb. How do I mean? You will now come here, you see it in the indirect speech as, he said that he, because this is the exact word of a speaker, I, you are not the one, you are only reporting what someone has said. So now, when you get to the indirect speech, you will take the pronoun of the reporting verb. He said that he had. Do you remember why it has to be had? Good, because the reporting verb is in past tense. So the verb in the reported speech will change to past tense. So we have, he said, it will change to X. Past tense of it is X. He said that he had 2 apples. He said that he had two happens. Another rule, still under change of pronoun or change of pronoun, is if the possessive pronoun, remember we have reflexive pronoun, we have possessive pronoun, and so on and so forth. Now, if the possessive pronoun in the reported speech will change in line with the subject or object of the reporting verb. The subject or object of the reporting verb. Example, she said to me is the object there. She said to me, I like your book. I like your book. Now, this your, which is a possessive pronoun, will change in line with this me. Will change, will take the place of that me and will change to my. He said to me that, removing the comma and the quotation mark from the indirect speech, from the direct speech to indirect speech, you use a conjunction that. She said to me that she liked my book. She said to me that she liked my book. The fifth rule, change in time. If time is mentioned in the sentence of direct speech, the time will change. The time will be changed in indirect speech. The time will be changed in indirect speech. There are certain rules changing the time, that is now will become then, because the time has changed. Tomorrow will become next day. Yesterday will become the previous day. The next day will become the following day. Last night will become the previous night. Okay? Now, let's do a summary of what we have been talking about. We said in English language, there are two ways to convey the spoken words of the speaker. There are two ways to convey the spoken words of the speaker. Is that you use direct speech or indirect speech? And we said in direct speech, the exact words of the speaker are enclosed in quotation marks after a comma. In quotation marks after a comma. After a comma, it is changed to, it is enclosed in quotation mark after a comma. Now, we also said that you put a comma after said, then you put your quotation mark. You put your quotation mark to put the exact words of the speaker in quotation mark, that you are reporting what that person has said. For example, he said, comma, he said, comma, he said, comma, always a comma after said. Then you write your quotation marks. I, starts with capital letter, I, you have done punctuation in one of our lessons and second term. Okay, so after quotation marks, you start your word, the first letter in capital letter. Good. I am going to school. I am going to school. It said that I am going to school. Full stop. Then you close your quotation marks. Full stop first. Then you close your quotation mark. We also said that in order to change from direct speech to indirect speech, you remove your comma and your quotation mark and you replace it with a conjunction that. The conjunction that will replace your comma and your quotation marks. You have it as, he said that. He said that. Then we said again that the pronoun, there will be change in pronoun of the reported speech. There will be change in pronoun of the reported speech. The exact word of that speaker is the reported speech. The exact word of the speaker is the reported speech. And we have reporting verb. We have reporting verb. We have reporting verb. We have reported speech. We have reporting verb and we have reported speech. Now, there will be change in the pronoun of the reported speech. Change in the pronoun of the reported speech in line with the pronoun in the reporting verb. So in this case, we have it as, it said that, you're not the one speaking, you're only conveying what someone has said. So you say it directly as the person has said. I said it. It said that he. Another rule is a change in tense. Change in tense. If the reporting verb is in past tense, the verb in the reported speech will also change to past tense. In this sentence, in the reported speech, harm is the verb. Harm is the transitive verb. So it will change to past tense. He said that he was, the past tense of harm is was. He was going to school. He was going to school. You can see that that has replaced the comma and the quotation mark. That has replaced the comma and the quotation mark. That is changing from direct to indirect speech. You observe the basic rules. Now, let's quickly do class exercise. Let's quickly do class exercise. Let's do class exercise. Good. The class exercise, change each of the following sentences to indirect speech. To indirect speech. He said, comma, this is in direct speech. He said, my father is playing cricket with me. What's the first rule we're going to observe here? Good. We'll remove the comma and the quotation mark. Those are my wonderful children, my excellent children. Good of you. I know you have got it. So we remove the comma and the quotation mark and replace it with what? That. Excellent. So we have it as, he said that. Now change in the pronoun. Change in the pronoun of the reported speech. Change in the pronoun. My will now change to what? He. He said that his father, change in the possessive pronoun. Change in the possessive pronoun will take effect from the subject or object of the reporting verb. Now, the subject there is he. Okay? So the possessive pronoun will change effect in line with the pronoun of the reporting verb. So you have it as, he said that his father. Now, said is the reporting verb, and it's in what type of tense? Good, past tense. So that means the verb in the reported speech will also change to past tense. He said that his father was, is will change to was playing cricket with him. With him. You're not the one, so you should not say me. With him. He said that his father was playing cricket with him. Now let's look at this one. They said we have completed our work. To change it to indirect speech, you have they said. Are you saying it already? Wonderful. They said that the pronoun in the reported speech will change in line with the pronoun in the reporting verb, they. So they said that they said that they had why? Because the reporting verb is in past tense. So the verb in the reported speech, which is have, will change to past tense, and past tense of have is had. They said that they had completed you are not the one reporting it. Their own work. They said that they had completed their own work. He says he wants to buy this book. Change it to indirect speech will become, he says is in present tense. Remember that as a reporting verb. And if the reporting verb is in present tense, the verb in the reported speech will be in what? Good. Will also be in present tense. He says that he wants to buy that book. He says that he wants to buy that book. She says, I eat an apple a day. She says that she, not you now, she eats an apple a day. Then we have, he will say, my brother will help her. He will say, future tense. He will say that his brother will help her. Will still remain as will. It will not change to would because of the future reporting verb. Good. Then we have, you say, I went to London yesterday. You say that you went to London yesterday. Wonderful. Practice makes perfection. Make sure you do your assignments, read your books, don't play all the time. Opportunity comes but once. This time is an opportunity. We are teaching you online, away from the four-wall corner of the classroom. It's an opportunity. So grab the opportunity while it lasts. Make sure you're observing your personal hygiene, the health tips. If you have any reason to leave your house, make sure you put on your face mask. Don't touch your eyes, don't touch your nose, don't touch your mouth. Make sure you wash your hands regularly under the running water for at least 30 seconds. Catch you. Bye. Love you.